At the Fayette County Jail, cramped living environments creates rising tensions between inmates sharing confined spaces, which causes more fights as well as puts outnumbered correction officers at risk. When the jail is already at capacity, there is no space to move inmates who need to be isolated from the rest of the prison population. Warden Brian Miller addresses these issues that he believes can be solved by building a new prison.
We can put 262 inmates in this facility. Now, how many should we have here? About 235, 240. Because here's the thing. If you have 262 inmates in this building at all times, what do you do when this guy on this housing block gets into a fight? What's any other prison do? They move him to the RHU. Well, how you gonna move him to the RHU when you're at full capacity and there's no cell open? There's no cell to put him in. So now your discipline level's going down. So that's a big problem with overcrowding.
Due to overcrowding, unlike most prisons, there is no separation of inmates for severity of crimes. An inmate serving time for a DUI can be placed in the same cell as a rapist or a murderer.
If you go to jail, there's two things that's going to happen to you. You're either going to rehabilitate or you're going to become a better criminal when you leave. With the way this prison's set up, it was built to house, the typical drunk walking up and down the street. This is an institution now. We house people here with every crime known to man. To put somebody like that in his building, it's dangerous because we don't have the facility to house these types of inmates.
The current infrastructure of the prison allows air to travel between virtually every cell block due to a series of stacked catwalks and vents that connect each floor. This allows inmates to talk to other inmates in every direction, as well as allows airborne diseases to travel more freely.
What if you get an inmate that has some type of disease? Okay, TB, for example. A new prison, they're in a cell with no air movement. That air that inmate's breathing doesn't go out to the rest of the prison. It's contained in that cell. What do I do when we get one of those inmates in here? Where am I putting him at? I'm going to have to put him on a roof because I have nowhere else to put him.
There is one multi-purpose room in the jail that is used for several programs such as NA, AA, and GED prep, as well as visits and church services. These programs are often canceled because the space is also used as an overflow room for prisoners that is usually occupied due to overcrowding.
And that room is used for any activity we do here. We have to do it in the chapel. We have volunteers that call me all the time that say, hey, can we come in and teach AA class or NA class? I would love to bring them in, but I have no room to do it.
James Galla, 41, has a history of theft-related offenses, which he attributes to having a crack problem that started in 2007. Galla says he has to rely on other inmates for support because of the lack of programs at the jail.
I have an addiction, and it's an uphill battle for me. This facility doesn't have a drug rehab, like an AA and A meetings. It's not that they don't want to help us, but they don't got the room. If you don't have the room, the space, you can't do nothing. I mean, we have no support here. Some people do want to help us, and they can't because they're only given what they got here. It's so small. It's decrepit. I mean, to be honest with you, it's bad.
Reporting for the Herald-Standard, this is Amanda Steen.